Good morning and welcome to recorder lesson number 2. Last week we learned the notes B and we learned the notes A. Today we are going to add a note. We are going to add the note G and we are going to learn our first song today. But before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of review. First we're going to review by looking and refreshing our minds about what the fingering chart looks like. Remember, it's a series of circles, right? You see the 3 circles on the top, and then we've got the 4 circles on the bottom, and then you have the one off to the side, which shows the thumb, right? So we have the thumb, which is the one off to the side, then 1, 2, 3 on your left hand. Remember, the pinky doesn't have a key to play, right? And then on our right hand, the thumb is just going to go in the back to support, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is how your fingers go. Can you see that? So left hand, thumb in the back, covering that hole. 1, 2, 3, pinky up. Then with our right hand, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the thumb just supports, okay? You see that? All right, so that's where our fingers go. All right, and the first note we learned was the note B. And if we remember, B was on the line right in the middle of the staff, and I have my little chart here to show you. All right, when we are looking at the notes on the staff, if we are looking at notes on the lines, we start at the bottom. We go E, G, B, D, and F. And an easy way that you can remember that is from bottom to the top or going up like a ladder. Every good boy deserves fudge. And then when we are looking at notes that you see in the spaces, like this right here, from the bottom to the top, going up like a ladder, we have face in the space. So we have F, A, C, E. And also another easy way to look at this is if you remember the E at the bottom, right? We just go up in a pattern, just like the alphabet. When we are talking about music notes, we go through the letters A through G, okay? So once we get to G, then we start over with A. But the bottom note here is E, so it goes E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, okay? So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. See? Just a pattern, okay? So that makes it kind of less confusing. It just goes right in order from from line to space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. All right, I hope that makes sense. But we have our line notes, every good boy deserves fudge. And then our space notes, F, A, C, A, we've got face in the space, okay? All right, so the first note that we learned last week was B, which we found on the middle line, okay? And I will post a picture of that over here for you so that you can see what that looks like alone. All right, and when we were playing the B, we had thumb in the back, right? And then we were supporting with this hand, and then first finger on that first key. So thumb and first finger. So I want everybody to take that recorder. We're going to put the tip in our mouth, and we're going to remember to blow using that warm, slow air. Remember? So everybody turn to the side and blow warm air, warm, slow air in your hand. Did it feel warm? If it felt warm, that's the right type of air. If you want, and it felt kind of cool, you probably need to slow your air down until it feels warm. But that's the type of air we're going to blow through our instruments. Let's all try it. Thumb in the back, first finger, bring it up to your mouth, and all right, did your pitch match mine? If it did, good. And if not, let's fix our fingers. And let's try it again. All right, if we are using a recorder like this with the traditional holes, okay, we want to make sure that our fingers are completely covering those holes. We don't want to have any hole exposed like that. Otherwise, it's going to cause your recorder to squeak. And that is hard on our ears, and we don't want to do that, okay? So let's try that B one more time. Thumb and first finger. Ready, and... All right, how did it sound this time? All right, and do you remember what we talked about last week when we were talking about tonguing? We were using the little t sound when we blew into our instrument, right? So it should sound like this. Versus, can you hear the difference? This is the tonguing. Okay, so we want to make sure we do that every time we play a note, okay? All right, now we are going to review the second note we learned, which was the A, and this is what the A looks like, right? It's going to be in the second space, and when we play the A, it's going to be thumb, first finger, and second finger, okay? So make sure your fingers are completely covering the holes. Now let's bring the instrument up to our mouth and let's try it. Remember, not too fast of air, nice slow air. Ready, and don't forget the tonguing. How did it sound? If it sounded good, great. But let's try it one more time. Ready, and all right, did it sound better that time? Great. All right, we are going to move on to our third note. This is our new note this week, and it's going to be the G. And this is what our G looks like. Our G is going to be on the second line of the staff. Remember, every good boy deserves fudge, right? So we're on good, all right? And when we play G, it's going to be thumb, first finger, second finger, and third finger. So we've got all our fingers on our left hand except for that pinky, okay? And we're just going to support the instrument with our other hand. So it should look like this. Thumb, first, second, and third. All right? So let's bring the instrument up to our mouths and let's listen. Ready? And... all right, how did your note sound? If you squeaked, check your fingers, check your air. And then let's play this one more time. Ready, and good. Now we are going to do a little pattern that we learned with our notes last week. Remember, we did ta, 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 ta. Okay? So we're going to do 2 half notes, ta, ta, followed by 4 quarter notes, ta, 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 ta. All right, and then if you see these lines here with the little dots, see that? That means we are going to repeat the pattern. So let's play this pattern 2 times through. So it'll be ta, 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 ta. And we're going to play that using our G, okay? So let's get our fingers ready. Remember, thumb, first, second, and third. And here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. All right, how did you do? All right, let's try that pattern one more time, and then we are going to be ready to learn our first song. All right? Thumb, first, second, and third finger. Ready, and... all right, good job. And the first song that we are going to learn is going to be called Hot Cross Buns. And if you are doing recorder karate, which we do at school, this is the white belt song. It's the very first song that we learn for our karate testing, okay? So let's look at the pattern of the notes, and let's read the pattern first before we play. these first notes here, we've got half note, followed by a half rest, which is 2 beats of quiet, right? Half note, half rest. Then quarter note, which is tas, right? And then half note, half rest. So let's count through the pattern together. Ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh. All right? All right, I am going to post the song up here so that you can see it as we play. And then let's try playing it together. Actually, let's read the notes first. It's going to start like this. It's going to be B, A, G, sh, B, A, G, sh, G, 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 A, B, A, G, sh. All right, let's just try fingering the notes before we play. All right, it's going to start on B. All right, so it'll be B, A, G, sh, B, A, G, sh. Then G, 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 A, B, A, G, sh. All right, you think you got it? All right, let's try it. So it's going to just be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So it's just a matter of moving one finger at a time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. All right, how was that? Did you get it? Let's try it again. Let me get a little closer so you can see my fingers this time. All right, ready, and. All right, how was that? If you're having trouble, feel free to stop here, go back a little bit, keep practicing. Otherwise, I am going to do this with a little bit of an accompaniment music, okay? So let's listen, and if you want to play along, go ahead, or if you want to listen first, then come back and play, that is fine too. And I will try to have this music posted into the description box so that you can go find it on your own and practice, okay? All right, so we are going to play it with the music now. So here we go. All right, how did you do? I hope you had a good time and keep on practicing, and we will see you next time. Have a great week.